Today we are going to talk on age-related cataract. Age-related cataract, it is acquired type of cataract and it is also called as senile cataract. Senile, the name is itself indicating that it is an old age disease. What is cataract? Cataract, it is development of any opacity in lens or in its capsule. So this senile cataract, it is commonest type of acquired cataract in which usually one eye is affected earlier and it is followed by the other eye. So what are the morphological types of senile cataract? There are three morphological types of senile cataract. The first one is cortical senile cataract, which is soft in nature. Then second one is nuclear cataract, which is hard in nature. And the third one is mixed cortical and nuclear cataract. So these are the morphological types of senile cataract. Now in cortical senile cataract, we have two different types of senile cataract, that is cuneiform cataract and cupuliform cataract. Cuneiform, it is most common type of cataract which is occur in 70%, while the cupuliform, it is posterior subscapular cataract because it is occur in posterior subcapsule of the lens. Now moving toward the etiology of senile cataract. Senile cataract, it is essentially an aging process and the risk factors are: first one is age. It is the most important risk factor because senile, the name is itself indicating that it is an old age disease. It is occur mainly after 50 years. If the cataract occur before 45 years, then it is called as pre-senile cataract. Now, sex, without any doubt, the senile cataract affects both male and female. But the prevalence of this cataract, it is greater in female. Hereditary plays considerable role in the incidence of cataract. Ultraviolet radiations, more exposure to ultraviolet radiation from sunlight have been implicated for early onset and maturation of senile cataract. Dietary factors, deficiency of vitamin A, C and E, we can remember it as ASH, and deficiency of proteins and amino acids are implicated for early onset and maturation of senile cataract. Dehydration crisis, like in diarrhea, cholera, it is associated with age of onset and maturation of senile cataract. Smoking causes accumulation of pigmented molecules and cyanides leading to protein denaturation. The smoking causes accumulation of pigments like 3-hydroxychironerine and chromophores, which leads to yellowing of lens. Now, what is the pathology? So this is cortical senile cataract, and the pathology behind this cortical cataract is there is a decreased level of total proteins, amino acids, potassium and increase the concentration of sodium. That's why there is a marked hydration of lens, and due to the marked hydration of lens there is a coagulation of proteins, and this is the pathology behind cortical senile cataract, which contain cuneiform cataract and cupuliform cataract. The other one is the nuclear cataract, and in nuclear cataract there is a degenerative conditions occurring due to nuclear sclerosis. That's why there is an increase in water soluble proteins, and due to this there is a compaction of nucleus and there is a formation of hard cataract, that is the nuclear cataract. So it is the pathology behind nuclear cataract and the cortical cataract. In cortical cataract, there is a marked hydration of lens and from coagulation of proteins, and here is a compaction of the lens and cause hard cataract. Now, stages of maturation of both cortical and nuclear cataract. So first we are going to discuss the maturation of cortical cataract. So there are different stages of maturation. First stage is stage of lamellar separation. Look at the diagram. This is nucleus, this is cortex, and this is capsule. So in this stage there is a formation of vacuoles and water clefts in anterior and posterior cortex. This is the cortex, and there is a formation of vacuoles and water cleft. This leads to demarcation of cortical fibers owing their own separation by fluids. This phenomenon of lamellar separation can be demonstrated by slit lamp examination only. The second stage is stage of incipient cataract. In incipient cataract, at this stage, there are two types of cortical cataract can be seen. The first one is cuneiform senile cataract and the second one is cupulliform senile cataract. In cuneiform senile cataract, it is characterized by wedge-shaped opacities with clear areas in between. Seen first in lower nasal quadrant. There are four quadrants of eye, that is the lower nasal quadrant, upper nasal quadrant, upper temporal quadrant and lower temporal quadrant. So it is first observed in lower nasal quadrant. On oblique illumination, it is looks like radial spoke pattern. Look at this diagram. It is looks like radial spoke pattern. Now the second one, that is cupulliform senile cataract, it is saucer shaped opacities in central part of posterior cortex. That's why it is also called as posterior subcapsular cataract. This cataract lies in visual axis and that's why there is a early loss of vision because it is lies in visual axis. So this is stage of incipient cataract. Now the third stage, that is immature senile cataract. In immature senile cataract, the opacities progresses further and the lens become grayish white but clear cortex still present, and that's why iris shadow can be seen. At this stage, lens may swollen due to continued hydration, because it is progressive opacification. So there may be chances of swollen due to continued hydration. And if this occur, it is called as intumescent cataract, swallowing of lens due to continued hydration. Look at the diagram. This is immature senile cataract. Now the fourth stage is mature senile cataract. In mature senile cataract, look at this diagram. The opacification become complete, that is whole of the cortex is involved, so opacity is complete. And look at this lens is pearly white in color, that's why it is called as ripe cataract, because in which the opacity is complete. So what will you think, that there is shadow or not? Yes, there is a absence of visual shadow. And the fifth one is hypermature senile cataract. In hypermature senile cataract, it may occur in two forms. The first one is Morganian hypermature cataract and the second one is sclerotic type of hypermature cataract. In Morganian hypermature cataract, look at this diagram in which the whole cortex is liquefies and it is looks like a bag of milky fluid. Yes, so the cortex liquefies lens and it is looks like bag of milky fluid. The nucleus settle at the bottom. Nucleus is settled at the bottom and there may be calcium deposits may also seen on lens capsule. Okay. The other one is sclerotic type of hypermature cataracts in which the cortex is disintegrated and lens become shrunken due to leakage of water. Anterior chamber may become deep and due to this there is a tremulous iris. In this type of cataract there is a thickening of anterior capsule due to proliferation of anterior cells. Anterior capsule become thickened due to proliferation of anterior cells. So this is about the hypermature senile cataract. Two types of hypermature senile cataract, that is Morganian cataract and sclerotic type of hypermature cataract. Now moving towards its clinical features. In clinical features, the first one is glare. This is the normal image and this is image seen by the cataractous person. There is a color halos around the light. Look over here. There may be black spots in front of eyes like this, and there may be blur and misty vision like this. This all occurs in senile cataract. So clinical features are glare, uniocular diplopia or polypia, colored halos around light, look over here, poor color discrimination, black spots in front of eyes, look over here, blur and misty vision, and deterioration of vision. So these are the clinical features of senile cataract. And remember that colored halos are more common in nuclear cataract. Now, what are the signs of senile cataract? The first, that is the visual acuity. It is in between 6/9 to perception of light present. If we test for iris shadow, if iris shadow is present, then there is a immature cataract. When lens is completely transparent or opaque, no iris shadow is formed. Hence, if the presence of iris shadow is seen, then it is a immature cataract. That is, it is a sign for immature senile cataract. Color of lens. So we discussed the stages of cataract. So in which nuclear cataract, immature senile cataract, mature senile cataract, Morganian hypermature senile cataract, and sclerotic hypermature senile cataract. So what are the color of lenses in all these types of cataract? So in nuclear cataract, there is amber, brown, black or reddish color of lens. In immature senile cataract, there is a grayish white color of lens. In mature senile cataract, there is a pearly white color of lens. In Morganian hypermature senile cataract, there is a milky white appearance of lens. In sclerotic hypermature senile cataract, there is a dirty white color of a lens. So this is the color of lens in different types of cataract. Now, what are the complications of senile cataract? So there are three complications of senile cataract, that is phacoanaphylactic uveitis, lens-induced glaucoma, subluxation or dislocation of lens. So in which in lens-induced glaucoma there is a three types of glaucomas can be formed because of complications of senile cataract. The first one is phacomorphic glaucoma, second one is phacolytic glaucoma, and the third one is phacotopic glaucoma. So phacomorphic glaucoma, it is most common type of lens induced glaucoma. It is most common type of lens induced glaucoma by intumescent lens. Remember that intumescent cataract, it is found in the stage of immature senile cataract and it is occur due to the continuous hydration to the lens. The second one, that is phacolytic glaucoma, it is occur by Morganian type of hypermature cataract and it form secondary open angle glaucoma because in this the lens proteins are linked into anterior chamber and due to which there is the Solon macrophages clog the trabecular meshworks leading to increase in intraocular pressure, and that's why there is a formation of secondary open angle glaucoma. And the third one is phacotopic glaucoma. It is occur by hypermature cataractous lens. So these are the complications, that is phacoanaphylactic uveitis, lens-induced glaucoma, and subluxation or dislocation of lens. So what we learn till now? First, we discuss about what is cataract, what is senile cataract. Then, after that, we take a look on morphological types of senile cataract, that is cortical senile cataract, nuclear cataract, and mixed cortical and nuclear cataract. Then, we discuss the etiology of the cataract, in which we look on age, sex, heredity, UV radiations, dietary factors, hydrational crisis, and smoking. These are the etiologies behind the formation of senile cataract. Then we take a look on pathology behind the formation of senile cataract, in which we take the look on formation of cortical senile cataract, and then we learn about formation of nuclear cataract. After that, we discuss about the stages of maturation of cortical cataract, in which we discuss the stage of lamellar separation, stage of incipient cataract, stage of immature senile cataract, and stage of mature senile cataract, and after that the stages of hypermature senile cataract, in which there are two types of hypermature senile cataract: Morganian hypermature cataract and sclerotic type of hypermature cataract. After that, we discuss about clinical features, that is glare, uniocular diplopia or polypia, colored halos around light, poor color discrimination, black spots in front of eyes, blur and mystery vision, and deterioration of the vision. And after that, we take a look on signs and the color of lens, and at last we discuss about the complications, that is phacoanaphylactic uveitis, lens-induced glaucomas, and subluxation or dislocation of lens. So this is all about the senile cataract. It is a very important topic as far as your NEET and for your UG preparation. Thank you for watching this video and stay tuned for next upcoming lectures on cataract.